up, guys? I'm Henner, and this is my brother, Hidon. In August of 2013, Anthony Pettis and Benson Henderson met for the second time, but this time the stakes were much higher. And Showtime Pettis couldn't have sealed the deal in a more impressive fashion. This is Gracie Breakdown. In the first round, Pettis throws an amazing capoeira kick. Unfortunately, it doesn't land.
Correct.
As a result, he ends up on the bottom of the guard, Henderson on top, putting great pressure as he always does. And Henderson, on top of the guard, calm as can be. He looked calm. So you're Henderson right here on the guard. Boom, he has great inside arm positioning, right? This is standard procedure, have the arms inside, because if I have my arms inside, there are triangles I can shoot, there are omoplatas I can shoot, boom, and there are kimuras I can shoot if the hands are outside.
And if I'm inside, I can strike.
You can strike, you can neck crank, you can pass the guard much more efficiently. What's the risk? If you're on the inside, the one submission that is still readily available for a person in Pettis' position is the armbar from the guard.
And there was a point where Henderson went for the strike, and the weight was on this point.
Yes.
So he actually went, he hit the elbow strike, but there's so much weight on the arm that he spun.
Boom! And what was so magnificent was the efficiency of Pettis' spin.
It's the armbar, beautiful job.
Like Hidon said, there was so much weight here that when the elbow was thrown, Pettis felt the commitment of this arm. So he kept the gloved hug, he did a quick little spin of the legs, and his leg just came up with a nice little whip. So it was a very spectacular angle acquisition. Once he landed right here, this hand, immediately he goes for this. Boom. So right here, Pettis is keeping great tension, pushing Henderson away. And what Henderson does try to defend is very good.
Henderson he bent his arm. He would have liked to bend it like this and like this.
He couldn't though.
Correct, it was already too extended.
So he bent it to the north.
But he's very comfortable on his back. Very dangerous guard.
The north shoulder, if Henderson could have kept his arm bent north, it doesn't allow me to break the elbow because the joint is facilitated when I lift my hips, there's no actual damage. So the most magnificent part was when Pettis took this arm, and even though Henderson's arm was under it, Pettis took the arm and he took it to the south shoulder. That's when you can see the elbow joint right here, which is perfectly aligned to be broken. So it does matter whether the hand is here or here. Pettis knew that, he angled it south, and all the while keeping his legs tightly locked behind Henderson's shoulder so that this shoulder is on. If the legs aren't locked, sometimes this shoulder will kind of retract away and create space for the arm to come out. But when I do this, pull your arm out. He can't because the shoulder sandwich is so ridiculous right here. So he grabbed it, he turned it south, and everything was perfectly dandy. He started applying pressure, and this is when Henderson said, my arm's about to get broken, I might as well try something.
40 seconds, that is a tight armbar.
Henderson knew that if he stepped over the head and he ripped his arm out, he would be free. And it was the only chance he had with the arm that extended. It was like all or nothing.
He only has to get the arm out 2 inches.
Yes.
It's a very little amount of movement. Now, the problem is that these legs are so tight, and they're so tight because you can tell by the way he manipulated the arm back and he straightened it. You're only able to do that if your legs are on lockdown.
Super locked down. So he took this large hurdle step and the head popped out the back. And now he's squeezing here. Boom.
That is a tight armbar. He taps. And it's all over. Anthony Pettis is the UFC lightweight champion of the world.
The way Pettis knew that by changing the angle of Henderson's arm just by 10, 15 degrees to where the thumb was facing up and the hand was on the south shoulder,
which was only possible because the legs were super clamped onto his neck.
There was no slipping that arm out. And not only did the legs being tight adjust the arm, but when you stepped over the head to try to stack me up and go belly down and pull your arm out,
the head slipped under, the body weight fell behind the elbow.
Yes, and the legs, my friends.
90% of arm locks are legs, 10% is arms.
Henderson, Pettis, thank you guys for the fight. We learned a lot. Mr. Pettis, we can't wait to see you defend your title. My name is Henner, this is Hidon, and thanks for watching.